it up.
We
Big news today, matey. Massive news.
Yes.
Thomas Tuchel has been unveiled as the England manager. And I'm going to be honest, mate. I've been watching, Sky. I've been listening to talkSPORT all day, hearing people's opinions, big people in, the world of football. And I'm actually really disappointed of the statements and what I'm hearing about the garbage that's coming out about him being German and the fact that we have to have an English manager as the English national coach. I'm really disappointed. We have got the best man for the job. It's a brilliant appointment in Thomas Tuchel. Who cares that he's German? Like, if it was Jurgen Klopp, everyone would have been buzzing. If it was Pep Guardiola, everyone would have been buzzing. But because it's Thomas Tuchel, and he ain't the huge name that everyone was maybe talking about, it's a problem because he's German. We've had Sven-Göran Eriksson. We've had Fabio Capello. No one bothered then. This man is the best man for the job to go and win a trophy with this group of players. He's won the Champions League. He's a top manager. I cannot believe what I'm hearing from people in the media, journalists asking ridiculous questions already about him singing the national anthem. Thomas Tuchel is a top manager, and we've got a brilliant opportunity, and everyone should get behind him.
I can't disagree a word that you said. In answer to that, if you gave me a choice of an English Thomas Tuchel and a German Thomas Tuchel, I'm taking the English version of that.
Obviously.
There is no English version of Thomas Tuchel.
No.
There is no English version. Now that, you can debate that. It's a damning indictment, I think, of the English setup, the FA. Wherever you want to lay the blame, the clubs, I personally don't think it's the Premier League club job to give the English manager to the FA. I don't think it's their job. I think it has to come from within. The fact that we don't have an English candidate is sad. But the truth of the matter is, there is no one better right here, right now. Name a better English coach than Thomas Tuchel. Name him. I want people to phone up now and give me that name, a better candidate for the job. Now, look, I might be coming from an area of, because I've seen Tuchel win the Champions League, I might be slightly biased here.
Right.
Because I've seen what he can do. I've seen the impact he can have, not just on the players. That was evident after Frank left. Frank was struggling at that time. The team was struggling. And Tuchel came in and he turned us in from a side that looked like we were going to struggle for top four to go on to get to an FA Cup final. Got beat by Leicester, well done them. But to go and beat Man City, the best side in the country, and have been since that season, for the last 4 years on the spin, and go and win a Champions League final. And he's also been, I cannot believe, he's also been, no one can praise him about that because apparently Pep paid the wrong team. Well, I'll explain a little bit later why Pep played a different team. I'll explain why.
Shocking statement.
There's no respect. But give some respect to the name of Tuchel. What he has done and achieved, right? He is a knockout king. This boy knows when he gets to the latter stages, he will have the respect of the players.
Yep.
He will. This is the most exciting managerial appointment the FA have made since Terry Venables. The most exciting. The fans will love him. The players will love him. Now, how long this lasts, I don't quite know. There's an 18-month contract. Who cares? I had Hugh going on it. He had a pop at me outside about 18 months. I'm like, who cares? Why do you want more than 18 months? Yeah. 18 months takes us to the World Cup. Take us there.
Yep.
Now, whoever took charge of England, whoever did, now it's Tuchel, the only step they can better, Gareth, is by winning something. Take us to an World Cup semi-final and two Euro finals, right? Didn't get us over the line. I hope he gets there. I genuinely do, right? As an England fan, right? If he doesn't, then we'll have to reassess and go forward. But that's not going to be because he's not good enough. This guy is good enough.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, he is good enough. And I can't wait to see, and I can't wait for the international break in March. I never look forward to them. We don't look forward to them. The fans don't. I can't wait to see his first team, the setup, how he goes about it, his pressers, before, after, how Faye speaks to him, and what we look like coming out of those World Cups qualifiers in March. We will see, I guarantee you, this England side will give you a side under Tuchel to be proud of. I promise you.
Well, look, Thomas Tuchel spoke to talkSPORT's England correspondent Faye Carruthers today after he was unveiled as the new England manager.
I have a little bit of English history with my time in Premier League and at Chelsea, so I hope that counts. I loved living in the UK. I loved my time in England, and I think the attitude from the country towards the national team, but also towards the club football, shapes the character of the players, and I have nothing but good memories. So hopefully that counts. Hopefully the people who are not convinced, hopefully we can convince them on the way. We can convince them that we will fulfill this role with respect for the anthem, for the country, for the style of play, and for the league. It means a lot. I'm honored to have this role, and hopefully we win them over in the process.
Does it offend you or worry you in any way?
No, in general, I think that it doesn't matter so much which country is named in your passport, but of course we talk about the national team, and but nowadays how should I don't know where I'm going right now. I'm like, it does not worry me. I'm also I believe that we convince them on the way, and that they will feel our love for this job, our love and passion for the game, for the Premier League, for this special federation. To have the 3 lions on our shirt is absolutely outstanding and very special, and we will convince them on the way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, that was Fake Rovers with Thomas Tuchel today. Obviously, he's going to be very passionate. Jace, you know him. You've had him as your manager at your team.
Yes, I've never interviewed him because of COVID. Unfortunately, things changed around when Frank was there, and when, as we know, football changed, the whole world changed. But I do know a lot of people at Chelsea TV that have interviewed him. They loved him. They loved the way he spoke. Like all managers, when things don't go their way, he can be prickly. You'd expect that. But I thought his press conference was a totally different press conference. I thought Gareth was brilliant. Lee Carsley, clearly it's not his forte. But I felt we looked at a man that held court, very comfortable with the English language, knows exactly what he wants and how he answered questions. There's a sense of humour in there. But he's got a job to do. I promise you now that the English, that we will fall in love with him, because he's a manager. He wears his heart on his sleeve. Okay, he will tell the players forget the egos, mate. He won't care about that. Mm-hmm. He will put people in their place. I promise you. He will deal with the players. He's the boss, and here's how it's going to work. He will have a system set up. It'd be fascinating to work out what he's going to do. When he came to Chelsea, he realised that he had Reece James and Ben Chilwell, 2 of the best attacking wing-backs. Yeah. And we went 3 at the back. He had Silva there. He had Rudiger. He had N'Golo Kante, one of the best holding midfielders the world's ever seen. And he made sure we didn't concede goals. We were defensively solid. And yet he knew we still had attacking strength. Mace in there. Timo Werner stretched the lines. Of course, we know that Kai Havertz scored the winner. He had Ziyech. He got to grips with this Chelsea side like that. Mm. And he's got 18 months to get this right. The fact he's German means absolutely nothing to me, and I want to hear people's opinions. If he was English, why does it matter?
Okay, well.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.